Okay. Okay, so it's been a while. I haven't come to do what I've been doing all the time. So today I want to contribute to the discussion about the Omicron variant that we are all talking about. I've already done videos and I've already written about it. Today I want to do a small analysis for you to see how, or the things I say, how do they make sense or otherwise. So just have cool. I'm going to upload a screen, and then you will see the PowerPoint presentation. All right, so on your screen now is a simple PowerPoint that I have done. And if you watch, I'm saying that when a virus mutates, and before I go on, let me say that when you are talking about mutation, you are talking about the changes that an organism will make on its body in order to be able to dodge a drug, the effect of a drug or effect of natural soldiers that will fight it, which we call immunity. So the organisms always want to survive, so they keep modifying themselves. So the modification is what we call mutation. Mutation is simply a change that occurs within the genome. But maybe somebody might also be asking, so let me just put it that way. It's simply the changes that the organism would make. And naturally, when I'm saying the organism will make, I am talking about the coronavirus. That is why I'm using spike proteins. So the modifications it will make on its spike proteins can allow it to be able to dodge drugs or dodge vaccine or dodge any body natural defense system, so that it will be able to survive. So each time a virus mutates, especially RNA viruses or coronavirus, that's what I want to speak about. Three important things happen that is of interest to either health professionals or scientists or those who are doing research. One, whether the mutation, the effect will lead to disease severity, like you can see on your screen. Let me pop up a pen and then I can simply mark it. Like whether there is a disease severity, so if the mutation has happened, does it lead to virulence that will be severe? Does it lead to causing a disease, a severe disease that can lead to death? That's when we are talking about disease severity. We are talking about the fact that the disease is in such a way that people easily can die from it. So it is quite severe. Another thing is, when it mutates, does it lead to high transmissibility? Is it that the mutation, the effect of the changes the virus would have, does it lead to the fact that so many people are going to get infected? You see? And then when we are saying high transmissibility, we are talking about new people who would acquire the virus as a result of the fact that the virus has changed its ways. The third one, which is very important to scientists or to health professionals, is if the virus has changed, does it lead to reinfection? This means that those who have already gotten the coronavirus and has recovered, is it possible that when the virus changes, those such people can still get the virus again? That's what we call reinfection. These three things is what every scientist or every health professional is interested in as far as mutation is concerned. So all the variants and the strains that has come already, what we have always been looking for is as to whether, now that this new strain has come, in terms of disease severity, is it high or low? In terms of transmissibility, is it high or low? In terms of reinfection, is it high or is low? Those are the things that are of interest. So because of that, I have made a table to do a comparison for us to see when and which of them we were having the pair or the three at the same time. So now on the screen right now is this. On the first column, you can see that I think I still have my pen. On the first column, we can see that we have disease severity, like I have it here. I have high transmissibility, I have reinfection, and then the results, and then the strain. I'm going to explain everything there. So I've already told you that we have these three that is here. So the three there, each time they happen, they either could be low, or it could be high, or it could be mild. So, but for the purpose of this discussion, I've decided to put low and mild practically at the same level, just for us to be able to understand something. So when I'm using mild or low, I'm just using them interchangeably. So now, when a virus mutates, and you happen to realize that there is higher disease severity, then transmissibility is high, and reinfection is high, then we can say that that particular virus is deleterious, is very, very deadly. And in that case, an example was the Delta variant. The Delta variant had all of this that was happening. And that's why I put down here, around here, if you can see, I put that place, I say all in all affected. So that one, it means for the Delta variant, it was, in terms of disease severity, it was high. In terms of transmissibility, it was high, maybe not too high. And then in terms of reinfection, it was high. It could affect those who had already recovered from COVID-19. Now, on the second, you could also have a mutation that will lead to the fact that there's high disease severity, there's high transmissibility, but there is low reinfection. It means that many people, when they get it, it could be quite severe. Then the virus can transmit from one person to the other very fast. But in terms of affecting those who have already recovered, it is low. So I term that one as dangerous. That one is a little bit dangerous, but not deleterious. There are instances you could also have the severity being high, transmissibility is low, and the reinfection is high. Then that's quite serious, because even though not too many people will be getting it, too many new people will not get it, but those who have already recovered can get it. There's the high percentage that those who have recovered can get it. That's why we have this one here. And those people, when they get it, there's the high chance that they could die. But for the virus to move to a new person, that was quite low. It was extremely low, and that was the beta variant. That was the beta variant. That's why I term it as serious. There are also instances the mutation could lead to a fact that all the three, the severity, transmissibility, and reinfection, are all low. That one, you can only take a caution. There's no problem attached to it. I'm talking about this particular column here. Now, you also would move to the next one, and you notice that you could have low disease severity. Well, it means that when people get it, they don't actually develop disease, or if they develop the disease, it's a very mild one. Then there's very low transmissibility. I'm talking about this column. And then you have here the reinfection is high. So what means is that it can only affect those who have already recovered. But even at that, the people, they won't die. The people will not be able to transmit it to another new person. And that's what that means. And in that case, I said that it's not a serious one. And so, then the last column, this is where I am, and that's where my interest is. You see that in terms of disease severity, it is low, it is mild, the mildest. So it means people may acquire the virus, but they may not develop a disease, or even if they develop disease, it will be too mild. It won't be, the symptoms will be too mild, and some of them may not even know that they have it, they have the disease. But in terms of transmissibility, it's high. It means that too many new people can get it. New people can acquire the virus. It means the virus can go from one person to the other very fast. And then those who have recovered, what is it, would have the very low opportunity of getting the virus again. So those who have recovered will not get it. In terms of disease severity, it is very low. The only effect that particular mutation is having is what? Higher transmissibility. An example of that particular variant is the Omicron variant. So, and I said not bad. The question here is, why did I say that, please? It is not bad. But I hope the way I have put, let me clear my clear all my ink so that we can see the table clear. So the points I'm making, as you can see all of them, I've given you the example of the Delta variant, which is here, then example of the Beta variant, and then example of the Omicron, which is the current strain in circulation. And the current strain in circulation, what we know so far about it is that it has very low disease severity. It means when people get it, they may not even know they have it. You see, that's the possibility. That's the meaning of low disease severity. It is very mild. So people may get it and may not even know. Or even if they know, the disease severity or the symptoms or the effect will not be that much. It will just be some small temperature rise, and then that's all. But in terms of people transmitting it from one person to the other, it is very high. It means that the Omicron variant can affect as many people as possible. But those who have recovered from COVID, such people will not get the Omicron variant because there's less than 1% chance of reinfection. Now, why did I say that it is not bad? This is the reason why I said it's not bad. When you have a variant that has low disease severity and higher transmissibility, it means that too many people are going to get it, and at the same time they won't fall sick. So if too many people get the coronavirus and they don't fall sick, what is going to happen is what they are going to develop, such people are going to develop natural immunity. That's what is going to happen. So this Omicron variant, if it continues to linger for a while, what will happen is that the virus is getting to the end like that. It's getting to its the end of its life like that, because so many people are going to get it, and then few people will develop symptoms or may develop disease which may not be serious, but the rest of the people who are getting it are going to have a higher, they are going to develop a natural immunity. So we are going to have a lot of people developing natural immunity out of the fact that we have a variant which has low disease severity and high transmissibility. This is how I've understood it, and I've just explained it. And that's why I came here and said, so if you look at the last row, I said that the last row, if you look at under this particular place where I have highlighted, you notice that I say new people affected, no death. You see, so a lot of new people will be affected, but there will be no death. So if you follow closely, then you see that I've also analyzed that. I said all people will be affected, but there will be no death. That's in terms of this particular column here. And then when you get to this column, you will see that I say virtually no infection, no death. And then when you get to this column, we have new people less affected, because once you have low transmissibility, it means that new people will not be affected. You see, and because there is higher disease severity, there will be death. So those who will be, get infected, they will die. So when you come here, I said new people will be affected and there will be death, because there's high disease severity and there's high transmissibility. So new people will get it and then they can die. And then when you get here, that one is completely dangerous. And so thank God we are out of this particular lane now. This is where we are. This particular lane, we are out of that place, and this is where we are now. And where we are now is also a good place, not too good in a sense that a disease is a disease, but what we have learned so far is not a bad thing at all. It's not as bad as people might be putting it. So the Omicron variant, those are the characteristics I have just given, and this is how naturally everybody will analyze. If you want to analyze the COVID-19 mutations and the effect genuinely, this is how you have to put it. And I've already said that I just decided to make it simple because I don't want to say low, mild. The low and the mild, I just put that together. So when you see L, it means low. When you see H, it means high. And then you do that comparison, and then the effect of the comparison, and then the implication. And I've already given that. So that's simply my video of today. And let me say, okay, now let me get back to, all right, so that has been the video of today, and thank you very much wherever you